Hey everyone, I just want to do a quick introduction before I show off the video. This is a VOD of the special announcement stream I did earlier this month for my upcoming 10th LOR tournament, where I announce a special caster and spin the wheel that decides which regions get banned. And I wanted to post it here on YouTube for two main reasons. One, I wanted to keep an archive showing off which regions were banned. And two, I want to use this channel more to post highlights and full VODs for my tournament series. So if you want to see more uploads regarding PvP, Legends of Runeterra content, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and all that good YouTube stuff, and I'll see you for more videos. In the meantime, I'll have timestamps for different parts of the video. If you already know who the special guest caster is and just want to see which regions get banned, I hope to see you sign up for my upcoming tournament on the 16th. It'll be a fun time, and there's $100 and 5,000 Riot coin prize pools to claim on the line. See ya! For everyone, this is a special announcement stream for the upcoming PCS 10. I wanted to have the 10th one be special because it's been roughly about a year or so since I started doing this after the sunsetting of Runeterra. Perfect timing, I know. And I thought, what better way to have the 10th one be a special one than to get one of the all-time greats to return to cast for the 10th tournament. So I wanted to introduce one of the goats of casting for Runeterra, Boulevard. How's it going, Boulevard?
Hello, I'm doing great. I've been dragged out of retirement kicking and screaming to talk about a game I haven't played in a year.
That's fair, that's fair. And also I wanted to get some other pals into the mix as well. We have Hannah Wolfpack. How's it going,
What's
Hannah?
up? It's going good.
That's
It's I'm also I've been playing maybe more than Boulevard has. Still not a lot. I've only hit Master once since since the time after sunset. But we're still around. Hopefully we can yap and have a good time and create a really great tournament experience for folks.
That's cool. That's cool. Hell yeah. Yeah, I just main thing PCS is for all the community members that are still refusing to be LOR refugees and going elsewhere. Still sticking to the grassroots and all that. I wanted to give a shout out actually before we start the wheel. I wanted to give a shout out to both Wick and Gibbs because only a few people did some guesses for who the special caster would be, and they were both right.
I've grown predictable.
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to make it so if anyone wanted to be genre savvy enough and wanted to try guessing, they could probably guess if they thought about it for a couple of minutes at the very least. And to see some people get it right was very nice. I wanted to give a shout out to both of them for sure. Main thing as we go forward, you guys see the wonderful wheel on the screen. Wait, let me see my hands. Are they in the right spot? Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys see the wheel. I don't have to point to it. We're gonna do how you doing, Penguin? Good to see you in chat. Main thing, I'm gonna be spinning this wheel. After the wheel is spun, we'll take a quick look through the Runeterra collection. Let me get this through here real quick on my OBS. I had it all set up and then everything's just crashing down. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna look through the client. We're gonna just look at cards or whatever, talk about oh wow, I can't believe this region got banned. Since this region got banned, we're gonna see how that affects the rest of the meta, etc, etc. So I want to ask both of you, are you ready for the first ban of the tournament?
How many regions are getting banned?
Okay, so I guess I could also explain the format to you and also to anyone who's in the chat as well. This is based on the previous Innovator format for the PCS series. Essentially what happened was I banned five main regions and then 5 or 6 Runeterran regions. It was based on the usage stats. So, I compiled, the stats of, this region got used this many times in PCS, and that many region, yada yada yada. So I just got rid of the top 5 for both. So, there's gonna be 5 regions that are pulled from this wheel ban. And then there are some Runeterrans I already kind of wanted the auto ban, like Elder Dragon, Poro King and Rise. Elder Dragon because like power reasons and like in a low power format like this where things get banned. It's probably not like everyone's probably gonna be like running that anyways, so you know we probably wanna take that down a notch preemptively. And then same for Poro King. Poro King kind of auto builds itself, and then like Rise is also similar spot to Elder, like very higher power with less regions available. And then on top of that, like kind of builds itself. Are you spinning for Runeterra bans? I was gonna do some Runeterra ban spins afterwards, but I kind of wanted to play it by ear and see like which regions got banned first as well. Because if Freljord gets banned, I kind of don't want to auto ban Jax. But we'll do the 5 bans first, and then we'll decide if we want to do spins for certain Runeterra regions afterwards. Because there's already like 3 or so Runeterrans I already want to auto ban.
Awesome, sick.
Yeah. But anyways, before we start the wheel, are there bans that you were hoping to see Hannah and Vard?
You made it sound like Jax Orn is still around, so I would love to see Freljord get banned. And just, if you've dragged me back here to cast Jax Orn again, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
Yeah. I will, if Freljord doesn't get banned, I will definitely probably be preemptively hitting Jax, because that's one thing I kind of like wanted to do. Like in the last tournament, if you look at like the usage stats or whatever, it was like, oh, like let me see the top 5 Runeterrans or whatever. Because at first I'm like, I'm just gonna ban like I'm gonna ban Elder Dragon, and I'm like, oh, but Poro King is also gonna be annoying too. Like let me get Poro King, and I'm like, oh, like Noxus isn't banned, and I look at Jhin and like Jin's right there, and then like he's also like 4th most used Runeterran, and I see Jax, I'm like, you know, I was gonna get rid of these guys too. But don't worry, I have that thought in mind. But okay, so you're hoping to see Freljord / Jordan get banned. What about you, Hannah?
There's so much Shadow Isles on ladder, and it's like, we gotta get it out of here.
That is true.
If we Mordekaiser out of here,
yeah,
he's too fat.
If you look at the PCS usage of region usage or whatever, Shadow Isles is tied for 83 times used in the tournament with Bandle City. So yeah, that could be a pretty cool thing as well. Yeah, the tournament's gonna be Eternal as well, so it's not gonna be like standard or whatever. Like, if there's gonna be like half the region's gone, I want to make sure like there's at least enough cool tools to be used. But anyways, do the both of y'all want to count down the wheel from 5?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do it. 5,
5,
4, 3,
3,
2, 1.
And
Shurima is gone.
yay!
Woohoo! We hate Mono here. I actually like Mono but
you're the like Mono enjoyer
yeah.
of all time.
Okay, so now that we have Shurima as the first region banned, are there any thoughts that you guys have for Shurima being gone? Obviously, we already mentioned that Mono is being gone, but also there's like a couple of like notable champions too that are still here as well, that are like Akshan. You lose out on like some Rick or Rex Overwhelm stuff with like Renekton and all that.
I'm mostly happy that Azir Aurelia has been completely taken off the table by this.
That is a good point. Yeah, like we do lose the Azir half of Azir Aurelia, so that's already one powerful auto build around already gone.
Aurelia MF enjoyers rejoice.
It's their time to shine. We're gonna get Captain Sarah on deck to get the Aurelia representation that everyone deserves.
Real.
Yeah. If I recall correctly, Shurima was free to be used last Innovator Cup, for that was PCS 8. And Mono Shurima appeared like, I want to say 4 times actually.
Oh, that's interesting. That's more than I would have expected.
Yeah.
I guess it's a deck people like that always just kind of has higher usage too.
Yeah. Maybe people also thought there would be like less aggressive stuff because of half the regions being gone, but there's a good amount of aggro in the last tournament.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts that anyone may have before we go into the next region? Let me make sure I have the wheel open on the stream.
Not from me.
Okay, cool. So let's see, we have it removed. And we can count down the next spin if we want on 3.
So wait,
Five.
we're counting
Oh, wait.
down.
Oh, counting
to the
down from
countdown?
3. Yeah, not counting down to the countdown. We're gonna count down. We're gonna start the countdown at 3 this time.
Okay, sounds good.
We all ready?
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
3,
Three,
2,
two,
1.
One.
1. Let's
Spin
spin
the
it. Woohoo! Oh!
Hey!
Good thing I'm not participating. You know what I mean?
Mystic shots are out of play.
Yeah. Yeah, no Mystic Shot, no Seraphine, no Sunken Temple. How is anyone gonna live with themselves?
So at the Riot Creator event last year, where I won the ability to rotate a card out of Standard, I talked a lot with the devs about it, and I kept floating the idea that it would just be really funny to rotate Mystic Shot. And they just kept asking me not to do that and to reconsider. And I get it, so I'm kind of happy that I get to live in that fantasy world where there's no Mystic Shots now.
That is pretty funny. Just like gentle persuasion, like, hey, like I get what you're trying to say, but don't
please,
do
don't
that.
do that.
Yeah.
Interesting idea. However,
Please understand. I will say I do appreciate the card that you did choose to rotate in the form of Mage Seeker Jr.
yeah. Oh my goodness.
That
Everyone
wa-
kept asking me to rotate Temple, and I was like, you must not know who
Yeah.
the fuck I am.
Seraphine and Mystic Shot out, you know, M. Brooks, you might be onto something. Yeah, we have the champions here. Also, Janna is out, so Janna Neela probably gonna... I mean, obviously without Temple or Janna, Neela probably doesn't want to do that, but Neela could still do like aggro stuff as well.
Yeah.
I think another notable champion that is gone is gonna be Victor. Victor, I would say, is a pretty high value, high powerful champion, and not having him as a potential auto win on turn 4, also pretty strong, you know.
Yeah.
Also, all the people who play Piltover and Zon Shrima, like those people have to like now adapt or whatever. All
The
those.
Jinx Echo enjoyers.
Oh yeah, true. I was gonna say as a joke, like, oh yeah, there's nothing. But I'm like, wait, there's like obviously like Echo Zillion, Echo Jinx.
I'm so mad that like Arcane came out and then everyone kept calling Jinx Echo Time Bomb, and I was like, we didn't have that name when we were all playing this deck in LOR. When
Yeah.
did this become the ship name?
I think
Yeah,
it's funny because that was a ship name that people used before Arcane, even if I want to say. I'm pretty sure that was the case.
That sounds
could s-
plausible. Jekko
could
sounds
see a
so much like a
world-
slur.
I could see. a world where
Jekko's
we got
very
sidelined
Runeterran though.
by the fact that it was like Zillion Echo first, and so like then you take Zillion out and then you call it Time Bomb. Like
Yeah.
that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, Runeterran players definitely wouldn't understand for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Jinx Echo completely obliterated. Piltover and Zon was actually one of the regions banned for PCS 8 because that was the most used region in leading up to the tournament, and also still the most used region in all of the PCS tournaments. Granted, some of its appearances have been as like sole like 3 Mystic Shots and like Fearsome Aggro in the current standard, but you know, it's how it is sometimes. But anyways, if there's any other thoughts about the current set of bans?
No.
Okay. Onwards
There's,
to the
like,
next
half
spin
of all
then.
cards in Runeterra, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Mystic
think
Shot
I've seen
is
that in
half of
other
all
regions.
cards. Anyways, on 3, we'll get the spin. Ready?
They're-
3,
Three.
2, 1. We'll never get it right, but that's okay. Oh, wait, let me make sure I have the I have the thing up. No, wait a second.
Oh.
Oh, it's okay. Boom, you get to see it.
Oh!
Oh, it's
Oh,
Ionia. Oops, stream didn't see the spinning for a hot second, but it's chill. They're fine.
Yeah, we definitely didn't Skamaz.
Yeah. Anyways, Aurelia's 100% gone now. We thought Azir Aurelia was gone without Azir. No. Anyone who's making cope Aurelia decks, now there's no chance for Aurelia.
No, now they've got even worse decks to make. Aurelia players will never just not. You can't stop them. They're
Yeah.
gonna bring it anyways. They're gonna find a way.
So that's already Set and Karma gone, Yasuo gone as well. For like Yasuo, Katarina. Ari Kennen also a pretty prominent champion pairing from that region as well.
Yeah.
Jarvan Shen can't be a thing.
Yeah.
Lulu. Lily has also been a pretty powerful champion as well.
Yeah, Lily has been nuts.
Yeah.
She's just like splashed everywhere.
Are there any things about Ionia that you hate, Vard, that you're glad it won't be in this tournament?
You know, I was gonna say that I don't know what Lilia does, so I opened my client and figured out, and then realized that I don't have to because there's no Ionia. I don't even need to read it, so don't worry about it. Exit the game.
Just complete Lilia hatred. You know what? I understand. You just don't have to spend any mental slack on it, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see.
No Empyrean dance cope.
Oh yeah, Heisho completely taken out. Like,
Obliterated.
yeah, no chance for any Heisho enjoyers.
Y'all remember like day one where we thought Jack Set was a real dick? Anyone else remember that?
I remember that for sure. You know what's funny?
Yeah?
Eventually, Jack Set did get some time in the sun post sunsetting because of like how the rotations lined up, which I thought was kind of like an interesting deck for it to appear. To be honest, it had some pretty crazy explosive play patterns, but it was a very draw order dependent deck.
Yeah. I remember thinking Pocket Picker was gonna be like the craziest one drop. I don't know what I was smoking at that point in time.
It pays for itself over time. Oh my god.
Oh man. I got like rightfully flamed for that. I had my Twitter on private and I still got flamed.
Yeah. It is pretty funny though. Like, people in chat, Mazaza saying like both pink and gold gone. Yeah, it seems like both golden regions are definitely gone. We got PNZ and Shrima gone, but yeah. Ionia was banned last time if I recall correctly for PCS 8. It was, let me see. Yeah, that was banned. It was like probably like third or so most used region. But anyways, that's, I don't have too many more crazy thoughts on the ban so far. For Ionia. Any other closing thoughts before you go on to the next spin?
Let's roll it. Let's
Okay.
spin that shit.
Alright, spin it. We'll get the 3. If we're discombobulated, it's cool. 3, 2,
Ew.
1.
Womp womp.
Okay. So let's see. Noxus is gone. Noxus wasn't banned the last time. For the last tournament, though, it was actually the most used region alongside Freljord.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It wasn't 100% used with Freljord, but it was, like, tied for it. With Streama and Targon both, like, one usage spot behind it. So with Noxus gone, that's, like, decks I'm already thinking about is, like, Overwhelm. Like, it's pretty hard to have Overwhelm without stuff like Darius. You also lose out on Anijin. Draven also felt like a pretty powerful champion as well, just in a lower power format like this. One thing to note, though, I didn't... for anyone who's, like, not too familiar with, like, the banning rules, even though you can't use the region directly in deck building, if a champion does have a dual region and it shares region with the ban thing, if the other region isn't banned, you can still use that champion as long as it's through that region. So for example, Mordekaiser, even though he is half Noxus, Shadow Isles is not banned. So that means if you're building a Shadow Isles deck, Mordekaiser is still fair game. But yeah.
Master's still gone though. Get him out of here.
Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, we still have potential Freljord for like Overwhelm stuff, but Noxus is like a pretty big component to that. Trying to think if there's any. Oh yeah, if you try to make an Ashe deck, good luck without LeBlanc, I suppose. You know.
I guess you could still do Spooky Ash as long as Shadow Owl doesn't get taken off the table. The Noxus ban is kind of bittersweet for me because I think Swain and Scion are like two of the coolest champions in the game. But on the other side, I also think that like Riven and Rumble are two of the lamest champions in the game. So I'll take this trade-off, I guess.
I'll do a little bit of a pushback on Riven. I think she could be pretty neat. But yeah, no, I understand the feeling though. Like her play pattern is pretty like all in sometimes. But yeah, I think Rumble definitely is kind of crazy though. MF Ash calling it? That is crazy. How you doing, AJ? Good to see you in chat. Yeah, that is a good point. I wasn't thinking about Spooky Ash. Because recently there have been LeBlanc decks that have been taking Ash out. But Spooky Ash definitely is a very like popular deck amongst control and like slower deck players. What are some followers / landmarks and spells that I'm not thinking about that are pretty potent?
I mean, I would say that without PNZ and Noxus, aggro has taken a pretty big hit here.
Yeah. Yeah, there's probably some like bilge water thing you can do maybe with like, I don't know, bilge water Freljord or something. Or even I guess you could probably do like some elusive aggro stuff, like maybe like a Bandle City, like Bandle City Freljord, like elusive cheese. Faster than my arrow? I think not. The arrow spell is slow. Yeah, good point.
Mystic Shot being out helps aggro a lot though.
That is a good point. Yeah, no rocket barrage.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, that was the 4th ban, right? Yes, it was. So now we have one more ban to go for with the main regions. And then after that, I will, like, recombobulate everything in my head to figure out, okay, like, what auto Runeterra regions should probably get clapped, and if not, then I'll set up a wheel to spin for, like, 2 or 3 more Runeterran bans. Yeah, there are some kill spells / damage abilities that do get hurt for sure. I think Ravenous Flock being out helps out mid-range decks a ton, for sure. But yeah, with that out of the way, I think we got most of our thoughts, unless there's something else that someone wants to say.
I'm all good.
Okay. Anyways, on to the next and final spin for the main regions. We'll do it for... am I muted? Wait, I'm not muted.
Is it muted?
AJ says I'm muted, but
not muted in Discord.
Yeah, OBS says I'm not muted. AJ, is your stream? Did you mute the stream by chance? Oh wait, I clicked mute on the player. My bad, guys. Anyways, while AJ figures that out, we'll count down from 3 in 3, 2, 1. Ba-da-da. Oh wait,
Happy New Year!
I forgot it was the remove button. Anyways, kaboom! Oh! I was thinking of Bilgewater so much on this stream. No pirates allowed. Okay. Yeah, the stock congratulations sound was kind of crazy there for a second. Let's see.
Captain Sarah is not showing up.
Anyways. Yeah, so there's still Bandle City for Fizz decks for sure, but yeah, Bilgewater losing, I think that really harms like a lot of like aggro strategies for sure, because I feel like Neela Misfortune already could like kind of auto carry a little bit of aggro, like Twisted Fate pretty fair for aggro top endish stuff. There's also a good amount of like, you know, like mid-rangey like Jack Alawi. Shoutouts to Trust, I suppose, with Tom Kench Soraka. Like almost got away with being able to bring Tom Kench Soraka. But unfortunately Tom Kench could not dodge the bullet right at the end.
This is what me and Vard get for wishing for specific regions.
Yeah, nothing is safe. Do we have to use all remaining regions or is it fine to repeat multiple? I didn't say that rule earlier, but that was the rule in the last tournament where you can't use the same region twice, and I'm gonna keep that rule going forward. So, with the remaining regions so far, we have what? We have Bandle City, Shadow Isles, Freljord, Demacia, Targon. You cannot use like Targon 3 times and call it a day. You have to use no duplicating regions allowed. So one Runeterran as well. Yes, but I think
mandatory Jax tournament.
mandatory Jax tournament. I won't stay too heavy on the like if you want to use 3 Runeterran decks, because I think that's what happened in the PCS before, right? There was someone that only like used 3 regions because they had like Kane Aatrox or whatever, which is completely understandable. But yeah, so anyways, as long as you're not using the same region twice, you are chill to go. And let's see. So with the remaining Runeterrans, I'm gonna get the wheel set up real quick. Give me a second. I'm just writing down like Elder Dragon. I'm just gonna write down all the Runeterrans. Give me 1 second. Don't mind me. The Poro King, Rise, Jin, Jax. These were banned last time, so if I were to use everything afterwards, we'd have Aatrox, Kane, Varus, Nico, Evelyn, Bard. I kind of want to take I'm gonna take these 3 off the wheel already because they're already getting banned. For Jin and Jax, I'm kind of okay with potentially leaving Jax on because Freljord is gone and PNZ as well. But Jin does have Bandle City.
Gone.
What? Oh, Freljord's not gone? Anyways, don't mind me. Jax got obliterated. Anyways, I removed him from history. It never happened. Jin still has Bandle City, so I don't know if I should consider doing a Jin ban.
Do we want to consider Poro King unbanned because or wait, no,
no, you could
not gone. Wait,
you could still do yeah, probably Poro King can still do a lot without Freljord because all the cards it could do is within Poro King, Freljord.
Yeah.
Anyways, Poro King kind of broken? No, Poro King is out for that specific reason, AJ. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take Bard off this list because I don't want to have him be potentially banned because he's never been used in the PCS yet, actually. So if he gets banned, it's same difference.
So Bard is guaranteed safe.
Bard is guaranteed safe. Yeah, he's off the wheel, but not for the same crime reasons as the other people are. Yeah, Bard is free. Don't worry, guys.
Need crimes.
Yeah. Anyways, you know what? Let's do something a little bit crazy. I'm gonna ban. We're gonna take 2 more Runeterrans banned from being banned. Yeah. Bards in Purgatory. So let's see. Let me write down already. Elder Dragon, Poro King, Rise, Jax. Okay. Anyways, it also is kind of weird having Evelyn on the list because she gets clapped. It's like, she doesn't really get used in PCS stuff anyways, but it's fine. We'll do 2 more Runeterrans. I kind of wanted to hit Aatrox, but we'll let the wheel decide for like the remaining Runeterrans. Anyways, 3, 2, 1. I guess I got my wish actually.
Yay!
Okay, Aatrox is gone. I think that's also kind of fair too, because I think with Demacia still existing, Spooky Bard, here we go. That is a good point. You could, if you want to be the first person to play Bard in PCS, you could do Bard Mordekaiser, technically speaking. You could be the meta breaker.
The law cannot stop you.
Yeah. And okay. Yeah, I guess with Aatrox Golem too, that also like denies like a lot of like what was the main thing besides I guess you can't really say Aatrox Bilgewater because that was like Bilgewater is
That was
gone.
Siren Song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlotte Listless did bring Aatrox Bilgewater though to the last PCS tournament. That was pretty fun to watch. Like
Oh, hell yeah.
she did like it was a featured match on stream. Unfortunately, like it was like a loss, but it was like such a sick, crazy game. But yeah. Anyways, I'm going to actually call the. Actually, How do you feel about just me getting rid of Jin right now and just saying, we'll say these are because I'm thinking about it. Like I don't want to hit like Nico or Evelyn. And I don't want to hit
it's
any
your
more
tournament.
Darkin champions. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Boom! We hate Jin. I love Jin, but
Obliterate.
we're getting rid of Jin. No Jin BC.
No twinks.
Okay. Anyways, now that we have the exact ban list, what are your thoughts about some powerful decks that people could be using in the slower power format?
First thing that stands out to me is like Freljord being legal with Shadow Isle and like I think the region spread that's left is pretty good because you have like between Targon, Freljord, Shadow Isle, Bandle City, you can make two pretty solid control decks, and then Demacia historically has always paired very well with Runeterra champions. I'm pretty unfamiliar with like the spirit stuff, but I have to imagine that that's going to synergize pretty well with Kayn, who has been left on the table. Some of the decks that I'm looking at are like Darkness, maybe a something that I've always been very big on that's left on the table is what is it called? Not She Who Wanders. What's the smaller one? They Who Endure. Mordekaiser. I think is like a crazy deck that has been left up.
Yeah, that is a good point. Like Mordekaiser, one of the most powerful champions in the current standard for the past couple months now at this point. Definitely has been like on a tear, so Mordekaiser very likely to leave a lasting impact in this meta as well too. You could either, as you already mentioned, with Freljord for They Who Endure spam, but also you have Demacia for Mage Seeker constant curse chaining, and you also have Bandle City for aloof travelers and all that. Is CS in the format? You could do Champion Strength, that is possible.
Yeah.
Aside dodging another bullet, shaking my head. Yeah,
Feel
true.
the rush. Feel the rush is in the format.
That's true. Yeah, I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, you could go like Mordekaiser Morgana, you know, go like Shadow Isle Demacia. Then we have, you could probably go like Nico Bandle City. That's the only region Nico's ever been paired with, really, right?
Nico's been in Shrima a ton, actually. I would say like if you ask me like what are Nico regions, I would say like Nico Shrima, but I think that's mainly because like that's what people mainly use. Like I think they play for exhaust, but you could probably do like outside of like Nico's kind of her own region actually as well. Nico Freljord too, yeah, for what's his face? Drawing a blank here, but the Warden of the Tribes.
Oh yeah.
Is it not just Warden of the Tribes? Who are we talking about?
Yeah, mainly just that one card. There's probably other Freljord cards I'm thinking about. Oh, also, I guess they do play the mana ramp card, the spell one, to get to Warden of the Tribes faster.
Yeah. Oh, I'm seeing Varus Pantheon called out by chat.
Yeah,
Ooh.
That is a good call.
Whenever I think Targon, especially in combination with Eternal, I literally only think of Phelios, maybe Aurelion Soul.
Yeah.
Real.
Although, I think Freljord still exists, so Aurelion Soul can definitely still do some Age of Dragon stuff. Aphelios without PNZ, kind of sad, but there is still like Bandle City for Fizz if you want to do that.
Yeah.
Go way back.
Yeah. People have been doing that in like recent standards, if I recall correctly. Oh yeah, the Freljord weapon for the tribal stuff, that is a good point.
Yeah. There's like a BC Targon list too. That's like elusive.
Yeah.
Not nuts.
Yeah. It's always there.
Let's see.
And no mystic shots to deal with it, no flocks.
Let's see.
Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see
Every time I look at a region spread, I'm like, I'm thinking about like all the control and late game decks I can play, and then people manage to just cobble together 3 elusive decks out of it. And I'm just like, man, nuts.
Yeah, I mean, as you already mentioned, in terms of like elusive cheese stuff, there is definitely Fizz Yumi.
Yeah.
There's also Teemo. I guess Bandle City does have a good amount of elusive stuff, but you're probably gonna have trouble piecing together more elusive stuff beyond that first one because there's no Ionia. There's no, like, I'm trying to think of anything else. Like, Bandle City Target, I think, is, like, probably, like, the main, like, elusive things. I assume you have to run 1 champ from each region. Can't just use 6 SI champs. I actually don't have a hard rule on that, and I don't really want to intend on having a specific, like, oh, you need a champion from each region. Like, if someone wants to run, like, a Demacia deck and they have like 3 Garens and 3 Fioras and like everything else Freljord, like by all means. Viego Mord might have a chance. Yeah, like go right ahead. Yeah, sure. What the hell? I think there's a lot of different like regions that can like run 6 champions, and I think that's like perfectly fine.
Yeah, I think the problem with Mordekaiser is that he's probably gonna have the biggest target on his back for this tournament in terms of getting banned. So I'm almost leaning towards like, depending on how you feel about the remaining Runeterra champions, almost going like Mordekaiser Evelyn just to get that Runeterra champion out of the way and eating a ban.
Yeah, no, that is a good point. That is one thing that I didn't think too much on for the last tournament. I think it's like still an okay thing to happen about like, oh, if you like want to mainly like go like Runeterran pairings, like because as I mentioned before, it's like people brought like Kane Trox for the last tournament, and that made it so like, oh, I only need to bring like a few regions, and like it was like yeah, someone had like Kane Trox, Freljord Noxus, and then Monostrema. And like that was only like 3 main regions used, and like I thought like in the end I thought that was like kind of like okay, like I wasn't like too bothered by it because it was like it still based like the spirit of the rules of like no repeating regions, because that's the thing I want to emphasize more than anything.
Because I could also see a world where people just go solo regions. Like you could, like if you want to go Viego Mordekaiser, you could probably solely contain that within Shadow Isle, and then if you're looking at like a control heavy meta in your mind, then you could even try to bust out like Bandle Tree, because I don't think there's going to be a lot of landmark removal running around.
Yeah, you can't quite do the Jax Bandle Tree though, so that one's out.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry to any Jax Bandle Tree fans. My bad. You could blame Jordan for that.
Yeah, collateral damage.
I don't think anyone who's a Jordan hater is gonna complain too much, to be honest. But yeah, I do wonder if this will be the first tournament that people will finally bring Bard to. I don't want to be like the influencing factor, like, oh, me talking about Bard so much, people are gonna finally bring it. Because that's what happened to Evelyn as well. Because before the one of the previous PCS tournaments, Evelyn also had 0 representation in like the 8 or 9 PCSs that have happened. And I brought that as like a fun stat thing, and then someone brought an Evelyn deck, and I'm like, okay, good for her.
I think we should definitely try and bait people into playing bad decks.
Oh yeah, true. I mean, it's them competing for money. If they want to like use an entry like getting Bard in, but you know that's their choice. I'm down for it. I want to see some Bard champions. Like whoever wins PCS with Bard gets a handshake from me personally. But I'm kind of surprised like Bard Demacia like hasn't shown up or all that.
Yeah, there's gotta be something.
I was gonna say, I think if there is a meta for Bard to show up, I think it is in the specific like Innovator deck builder format, because there's Bard Demacia, there's Bard Shadow Isles. Like, I don't know how much you can give Bard. I also have like the next PCS Innovator format being like Bard only. Like you need Bard in this tournament.
Only Bards.
Yeah. The DEI, the D stands for Bard. Like, how does that work? No, it's just because you like go from the backwards of Bard.
Oh man.
But yeah. Bardi, yeah, exactly.
There we go.
But
We good.
anyways, I think that pretty much covers everything for that I want to do for this special event for the PCS 10 tournament. Once again, we have Boulevard joining for casting. And also I want to give thanks to Wolfpack Hannah as well for joining for the special thing. Hannah, do you
Yay.
think you might want to join for the PCS 10 cast / production?
I was gonna last time, but this time I might actually. I don't have anything else scheduled for that day this time.
Hell
Last
yeah.
time I had
Woohoo!
coffee that like went like many hours longer. We basically like went to the library and did like a Criterion closet in the Blu-ray section.
Oh, that sounds pretty
For, like,
fun.
6 hours. Yeah. Go to your library. Actually, that's gonna be my shout out. Is,
Oh yeah.
go to your library. You have Small
Shout outs to
Penguin,
libraries.
subscribe.
Yeah, I was also gonna give a shout out to Small Penguin too for the Prime Gaming sub. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. That's very kind of you. But yeah, Kindred Ash. That sounds pretty fun. I guess that is pretty much like another like spooky Ash as well. But yeah, I think this PCS 10 is going to be very special. I will open up the deck registration now through the Google form. Because I have closed it. Since we didn't know what the bans were, I didn't want to have people like make decks and be like, oh, why can't I do this? I'll have a graphic with all the banned regions. I have a special graphic announcing Boulevard as well. I'd like to give a special thanks to the both of you again. It's wonderful to have both of you joining me for this little event thing and joining for the next tournament. But yeah, any closing thoughts? Hannah, you already gave a shout out to the local library, and I agree, everyone should support their local libraries in whatever fashion they can, even just showing up. What about you, Boulevard? Any special
Some
shout-outs?
things never change, baby. Shout out to Boulevard and nobody else.
Hell yeah! Woo! Let's see what else. Do you have any other shout-outs you want to give, Hannah? Besides the library?
Yeah, go to your library and you can watch Dune 2 on Blu-ray. And
Hell yeah! Shoutouts to Lisa Al Gaib.
yeah, I don't know, trans rights.
True.
Shit sucks right now. I don't know. Say hi to your neighbors. Be friendly. I don't know.
Yeah, world is rough, but we
Yeah.
don't have to be rough. We can be kind too. I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, AJ, for that shout out. That does mean a lot. I still want to give love to the Runeterra community. If people keep showing up for these, I will still keep doing them. Shoutouts to the Aegis / LOR team collab for providing pricing for the PCSs. I think that definitely helps in getting some more folks out to these. But yeah, I still am glad to host a tournament, even though I've largely been playing less Runeterra. I talked about this off the stream beforehand, but this will be the first week where I've played 0 Runeterran games. Like, I've always opened every weekly vault, and this is gonna be the first weekly vault tomorrow where I haven't opened it. This, like, weekly vault, like, I think, like, 263 or 264. But yeah, big chapter for me personally. Waiting for that 2xKO arc, you know what I mean, boys? Guys, gals, non-binary pals. Yeah, we're growing. But anyways, I regardless of however much or little Runeterra I play, I will still hold these tournaments for everyone. But yeah, that's about it for me. Shoutouts again to both of you. Very lovely having both of you. And yeah, I'll see you on the 16th for the next Runeterra PCS tournament.
Sounds
Yay!
I can see Prism twitching. The addiction is real. But yeah. Wait, let me throw a little salute in the chat. Good point. Anyways, I'll catch you around. Bye bye!
Bye, everybody.
Bye.